All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. Today's webinar, my name is Josh, and I'm going to be your presenter today. It's promptly 11 a.m. Eastern Time here on this Friday. Welcome to all of you. We're here to talk about calculating a bonus in the Church Windows Payroll module. We're going to work together for about the next 20 minutes or so, albeit as I was, organizing the material for this particular event. It occurred to me that we probably won't even take the full 20 minutes on this event today, so that's okay. Um, Hopefully everybody had a chance to log in time to see a little bit of information about the GoToWebinar control panel there, to get the control panel out of your way. It's going to be just me today answering questions, so if you do have questions, please type those in the questions portion to me. Just keep in mind, again, I will do my best to get to those questions as quickly as I can. I do ask that you do keep the questions about, try to be focused on the topic that we're talking about today, calculating a bonus payment. If you have any other questions about any other portion of the software, I encourage you to contact our support staff or team at 800-533-5227. Okay. But of course, we'll be happy to stick around and answer questions for you about the calculating bonus payment or what have you after I've done what I'm talking about here. So, by all means, if you've seen what you came to see, please click the file, exit, leave webinar option when you're done. But thank you so much in advance for attending. All right. Well, so we're here to talk about Church Windows Payroll and calculating a bonus payment. It is that time of year. Many churches will offer their employees or give employees a bonus around the end of the year here. And so Church Windows Payroll certainly supports that ability or that desire for you to pay those additional bonus monies to your employees. We are working on Payroll 2016. We're going to have that out to you between now and the end of the year, but as it is now, we are working in currently version 2015 SR3. I've highlighted that there. Hopefully everybody should see my highlighter and my arrow. I'm going to use this a fair amount throughout the course of the webinar. I do. There are some differences between how payroll calculates, how the bonus payment is calculated and how a standard payroll, and I'll describe those here momentarily. But when we're ready to calculate a bonus for an employee, we go to simply click on payroll. Everyone should see our menu here, and the third option down is the calculate bonus payment option. We're going to go ahead and choose that. It pops up just like when we calculate a payroll to enter a date for the payment. So we're going to date this, something like the 20th of December. You can date it any date you wish, of course. And we simply click next, like we would a regular standard payroll. Okay, I'm not going to do this for everybody. I'm just going to do it for a couple of select employees here. So we're going to do select a specific employee contractor, clear all above our list of names. I'm going to choose just say our pastor and our custodian, checking those names. Once we click next, this is where the big differences between calculating a payroll and calculating a bonus payment now begin to look and work and function differently. So notice here, under our Calculate Bonus 3, it looks very similar to our Calculate Payroll 3 screen. However, it is, notice here, asking us right here to enter a bonus amount. Both of the folks that I've chosen here are both showing $0 amounts, okay, because it's waiting for me to key in what I want these bonus amounts to be. So the real main difference here on this screen is right down here at the very bottom where it says choose method of withholding taxes. We have one called gross up income, enter the income that basically enter the net amount above, or standard withholding. Okay? And the best way that I can describe which one of those options, what each one of those options does is, do you want the net check of the amount that the check that the employee winds up receiving to be the exact amount of the bonus, or do you want it to be the bonus less the amount of the Social Security and Medicare taxes? Okay? That's what gross up means is we want them to receive the exact amount that we're entering as the bonus amount. So let's say for Larry as our pastor, we're going to give him a $250 bonus, and we're going to give our custodian Jimmy $100. Okay. If I leave it as gross up income, the net amount above, and we click next, we're going to click our browse calculations here, and we notice that on our browse edit calculated bonus tax payment taxes window here, that the net pay right here in the upper right here, is the same amount as the actual bonus. They're actually receiving the $250 and the $100 respectively on their checks. So we now have Larry highlighted. So we notice down here it is going into gross taxable for state and federal, and for local. Larry as a minister isn't reporting these monies, any of his monies, to the Social Security Administration. However, when we click under, say, Jimmy, we notice that there are the gross taxable is being increased. It's up to $108.28, and that's because it's adding in or adding on top of the net pay amount, the bonus amount, the actual amount that is being withheld for the Social Security and the Medicare taxes. So basically we're giving them the bonus plus those tax amounts so they receive the net amount. It's still being withheld, it's still being transferred over to accounting, but the point being is that they're receiving the actual amount of the bonus, the full amount, and then the taxes are being paid by the church on their behalf as well, in essence. How this differs is if I close and I go back, okay, and we're actually going to reset this, and we're going to type in the 250 and the 100, and now we're going to change it to standard withholding and click next. We now notice that the net pay amount is reduced by the amount of, in this case, Social Security and or local taxes. Okay, so here we see that Larry's net pay now is $247.12, which is the $1.88 of local taxes that he's actually asking us to pay for. $1 for state. He's paying in state taxes, so it is making that subject to the standard withholding rates. He's not paying federal income tax, okay? For Jimmy, however, he is. So we do see he is paying in, there is $15 of federal tax that's being withheld, no state taxes. There is Social Security being withheld and local taxes, and so his net check amount is actually going to be the $74.85 instead of the full $100, okay? So that's the main difference between gross up and standard withholding is, are we wanting to withhold the taxes from their pay above and beyond that, or do we want to just simply add it on in the case of just the Social Security because of the obligation that we all have for paying Social Security and Medicare to receive the net check amount, okay? Many will just choose the gross up option. So if we go to next and we re-enter the $250 and the $100, do gross up. I always recommend this, is that when we get to the calculate bonus payment for or calculate payroll for, it doesn't matter which one, click browse payments, examine the pay. This is right here, we're confirming that the net pay amount for both of them is the $250 and the $100 respectively. Larry, again, not paying in any Social Security and Medicare, but Jimmy is. Down here. And then, once we confirm that everything is good, we simply cancel out of here. We go to next. We're going to print checks. And we are going to transfer it to accounting. So it says, just like we would when we do the when we calculate a payroll, that it's bonus calculation posted to employee files successfully. We click OK. It opens up our print checks assigned check numbers window. Allows us to print a regular check for them. It does get added into their W-2s, etc. And, we say finish, yes, the highlighted check's printed correctly. And it opens up our transfer to accounting window and allows us to transfer it over to accounting as we would normally. Okay. The question is the church willing to pay in the Social Security and Medicare taxes for the employee? The standard withholding does withhold the does withhold federal income tax, state, local, what have you, and Social Security and Medicare when you choose subject to standard withholding. It does not calculate or withhold things like your federal tax, state or local, only Social Security when you're doing the gross up option. Okay, and this is generally because the amounts of the bonus frequently are make little or no difference in terms of their overall taxable income at year's end. If you really do want to calculate a bonus or add a bonus to their pay and have it be grossed up while still subject to regular taxes, we would recommend just doing the regular payroll, calculate payroll either on a standard pay or as a separate pay date, and then go to use something like the, here I'm under the regular calculate payroll function, is we would recommend using something here like the additional box here under additional hours worked and additional pay rate, where you can essentially do the same thing, but the money itself will be subject to all of the taxes as it would normally. Okay. So you don't have to use the calculate bonus payment. You can use the additional field here under the regular calculate payroll function if you wish. It just doesn't have the simple gross up option that this way that it does when you do the calculate bonus payment. Okay. That's it, folks. Honestly, there's no EFT or direct deposit function for calculating a bonus payment. So if you have direct deposit employees, they will have to receive a check if you're using the calculate bonus payment. That would be, again, another reason why you might want to use the regular calculate payroll function. Is if you've got direct deposit employees and you want to pay them that additional amount as part of their regular EFT deposit, you would have to use just the regular calculate payroll. We can't choose EFT or create an EFT file to send to the bank using the calculate bonus function. So, all right. So, folks, that's it. Like I said, it's not a very difficult or complicated topic, so there really isn't much else to talk about with regards to that. I have a question coming in. You can use this for when you give an employee a gift card too, right? Well, I think the answer to that would be true. Just keep in mind that the option, it is going to, yeah, you could, Melissa. I guess you could. That would be true, because as long as the church is paying the additional Social Security and Medicare on that gift card, you would pretty much have to use the gross up income option on that. But yes, you could. Yes, absolutely. Again, the church would be paying not only the amount of the gift card to the employee, but then would also be adding on the employee's portion of Social Security, Medicare, and FICA to that as well, which the system then would take care of. Good question. All right, folks. Again, we're about 14 minutes into this. As I said, it's not a very terribly complicated topic, but it's useful to know that it's there. If you do have any questions, by all means, type those into the questions portion of that for me here, and I'll see what I can't do to get that answered. If not, and you're going to dive out here, thank you so much. We hope it's been helpful. Otherwise, I'll just see if any other questions are coming in here. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions coming in, folks. Again, it's a pretty simple topic, and if you do have questions, of course, please don't hesitate to contact us through our support line, 800-533-5227. Again, look for your payroll CD for the 2016 payroll year. Here's between now and the end of December, and we'll look forward to hearing from you if you do have any additional questions. Otherwise, I'm not seeing anything still coming in. I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar for everybody, and we hope to see you all at another future Church Windows User Group webinar. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.